Welcome back to my channel Celeb Buzz. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. A single headline sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Keanu Reeves replaces Johnny Depp in the AI-generated Pirates of the Caribbean 6 trailer. For millions, it felt like the end of an era. For others, it was the beginning of something no one could have imagined. The world watched, breathless, as two legends collided, one stepping into the shadow of another, both forever changed by the tides of time and technology. Johnny Depp, the name alone conjures images of wild seas, rum-soaked, laughter, and the unforgettable swagger of Captain Jack Sparrow. For nearly 2 decades, he was the heart and soul of Pirates of the Caribbean. His performance was more than acting, it was magic. It was rebellion, it was heartbreak and hope, all tangled together in a single, unforgettable character. Fans grew up with him, they cheered for him, mourned his losses, and celebrated his victories. Jack Sparrow was more than a role. He was a legend, but legends, even the greatest, are not immune to the storms of life. Controversy, courtrooms, and headlines began to cloud Johnny's world. The laughter faded. The future of Pirates of the Caribbean became uncertain. The studios hesitated. Fans protested. The world waited, caught between loyalty and change. Then, out of the silence, a new name emerged. Keanu Reeves, the man known for his quiet strength, his haunted eyes, his ability to turn pain into poetry. He was Neo. He was John Wick. He was the hero who never asked to be one. And now, through the power of artificial intelligence, he was. Stepping onto the deck of the Black Pearl, the AI trailer dropped like a thunderclap. In seconds, it was everywhere. Keanu's face, Keanu's voice, but the spirit of Jack Sparrow reborn, reimagined, and yet somehow familiar. The internet exploded. Some called it blasphemy. Others called it genius. But everyone watched. Again and again, searching for something they couldn't quite name. For some, it was a betrayal. How could anyone replace Johnny? How could a machine rewrite a legend? For others, it was a glimpse into the future world where technology could resurrect, reinvent, and reimagine the stories we thought we knew. The lines between reality and fantasy blurred. The past and the future collided. But behind the spectacle, there was something deeper, something more human. Keanu Reeves, a man who knows loss, who knows what it means to be an outsider, stepped into a role that was never truly his. He did it with respect, with humility, with the quiet understanding that some shoes can never be filled, only honored, and Johnny Depp. He watched from the shadows, his legacy both celebrated and challenged. He knew what it meant to be cast aside, to be misunderstood, to have the world move on without you. He had lived through the storm of public opinion, the sharp sting of headlines. The ache of seeing a character he poured his soul into suddenly belonged to someone else. But he also knew the power of stories, the way they can heal, the way they can endure, the way a single performance can echo through generations, long after the curtain falls. For Johnny, Jack Sparrow was never just a role. It was a piece of his heart, a wild and unpredictable spirit that mirrored his own, as he had given the world. A pirate who was more than a thief or a trickster. He was a survivor, a dreamer, a lost soul searching for freedom. And now, as the world watched a new face take the helm, Johnny felt the bittersweet ache of letting go. He understood that legends are not owned but shared, that every story once told belongs to everyone. The AI trailer was more than a viral moment. It was a mirror reflecting our hopes and our fears. It asked us what we value most: tradition, or innovation, memory, or possibility. It forced us to confront the truth that even legends must change, and that sometimes the greatest stories are the ones we never expected. For the fans, it was a storm of emotions. Some wept for the loss of Johnny's Jack. They remembered the first time they saw him swagger across the screen. It's the laughter, the mischief, the heart. They felt the sting of nostalgia, the ache of saying goodbye to a piece of their own past. Others cheered for Keanu's new beginning. They saw hope in his eyes, a chance for the story to live on, to evolve, to surprise. Most were caught somewhere, in between, torn between nostalgia and curiosity. The debate raged on. Could Keanu ever truly be Jack Sparrow? Or was this just a beautiful illusion, a trick of light and code? Social media became a battleground. Hashtags trended. Fan art exploded. Some called for Johnny's return, their voices fierce and unwavering. Others welcomed Keanu, celebrating the magic of seeing a beloved world through new eyes. But beneath the noise, there was a deeper question, a question about what it means to love a story, to hold on to the past while reaching for the future. But maybe, in the end, it's not about replacing one legend with another. Maybe it's about honoring the journey, about recognizing that every story, every character, is bigger than any one actor. That the magic of cinema is its ability to surprise us, to move us, to make us believe in the impossible. It's about the way a single line, a single look, can change the way we see ourselves and the world around us. As the dust settled, one thing became clear. The world had changed. The future of storytelling had arrived. And in its wake, we were left with questions about art, about technology, about what it means to be human. Can a machine truly capture the soul of a character? Can an actor's legacy survive in a world where faces and voices can be recreated with a click? Or does the heart of a story always belong to those who first brought it to life? Keanu Reeves, with his quiet grace, became the face of a new era. He stepped into the role with humility, aware of the weight he carried. He honored Johnny's legacy. Even as he made the character his own, he brought something new, a sense of calm, a depth of sorrow, a quiet strength that felt both familiar and fresh. Johnny Depp, with his wild heart, remained the soul of the old. His Jack Sparrow lived on in every memory, every laugh, every tear. And somewhere between them, in the space where memory meets imagination, Jack Sparrow sailed on unchanged, unbroken, eternal. This is more than a trailer. It's a turning point. A moment when the past and the future met on the high seas, and anything became possible. It's a reminder that stories are living things, always growing, always changing. That every ending is also a beginning. That the magic of cinema is not in the faces we see, but in the dreams we share. For the creators, it was a leap into the unknown. They knew the risks, they knew the backlash, but they also knew the power of innovation, the thrill of discovery. They believed in the story and its ability to unite, to inspire, to endure. They trusted that the fans would find their own meaning, their own truth, in this new chapter. For Johnny, it was a moment of reflection. He watched the world debate, celebrate, mourn. He saw the love, the loyalty, the passion his performance had inspired. He understood that his journey as Jack Sparrow had changed lives, had become a part of something bigger than himself. And in that, he found peace. For Keanu, it was a challenge. He stepped into the role with respect, with gratitude, with a sense of wonder. He knew he could never replace Johnny. He didn't want to. He wanted to honor the past while bringing something new to the future. He wanted to remind the world that every legend is born from courage, from risk, from the willingness to dream. Keanu's journey to this moment was not an easy one. He had faced his own storms, loss, heartbreak, the relentless gaze of the public. Yet, through it all, he remained humble, grounded, and quietly resilient. He understood what it meant to carry the weight of expectation, to step into a story already beloved by millions. He knew the risk of stepping onto the deck of the Black Pearl, of donning the hat and the swagger that had become iconic. But he also knew the power of stories to heal, to unite, to inspire. As he read the script, as he watched the AI-generated scenes, Keanu felt a deep sense of responsibility. He studied Johnny's performances, not to imitate, but to understand. He wanted to find the heart of Jack Sparrow, the mischief, the pain, the hope that lived behind every sly grin. He wanted to bring his own truth to the role, to let the character evolve, to let the story breathe. On set, the energy was electric. The crew felt the weight of history, the excitement of possibility. Every line, every gesture, every moment was a delicate dance between past and future. Keanu moved with quiet confidence, listening, learning, giving everything he had. He laughed with the cast, shared stories with the crew, and, in the quiet moments, reflected on the journey that had brought him here. He knew the world was watching. He knew the comparisons would be endless. But he also knew that legends are not meant to be trapped in time. They are meant to grow, to change, to inspire new generations. He hoped that, in some small way, his Jack Sparrow would honor the legacy of Johnny Depp, while also opening the door to new adventures, new dreams, and for the fans, it was a chance to remember, celebrate the past, to embrace the future, to find hope in the unknown. It was a reminder that stories are not just entertainment. They are lifelines, connections, bridges between hearts and generations. For some, the AI trailer was a shock. It was strange to see a new face, to hear a new voice, to imagine a world where Jack Sparrow was not Johnny Depp. But as the days passed, curiosity grew. Fans watched the trailer again and again, searching for the spirit of the character they loved. Some found comfort in Keanu's gentle strength, his quiet humor, his deep sense of empathy. Others held tight to their memories of Johnny, grateful for the years of laughter and adventure. Online, the conversation was passionate. Fans shared their favorite moments, their hopes and fears for the future. They debated the role of technology in storytelling, the meaning of legacy, the power of imagination. Some wrote letters to the studios asking for Johnny's return. Others created fan art, blending the faces of both actors, celebrating the magic of transformation. But beneath the debate, there was a sense of unity, a recognition that, no matter who wore the hat, the story belonged to everyone. That Jack Sparrow was more than a single performance. He was a symbol of freedom, of resilience, of the wild, untamable spirit that lives in all of us. For families, the trailer became a moment to share. Parents told their children about the first time they saw Pirates of the Caribbean, about the excitement of seeing Johnny Depp bring Jack Sparrow to life. Children watched Keanu's performance with wide eyes, dreaming of their own adventures on the high seas. Together, they laughed, they wondered, they imagined what might come next. For the creators, the journey was both thrilling and daunting. They knew they were making history, stepping into uncharted waters. They worked tirelessly to blend the old with the new, to honor the past while embracing the future. They listened to the fans, respected the legacy, and poured their hearts into every frame. And for Johnny Depp, there was a quiet dignity in letting go. He watched the world move forward, knowing that his Jack Sparrow would always live in the hearts of those who loved him. He found peace in the knowledge that stories never truly end. They simply change, evolve, find new voices. He was grateful for the journey, for the love, for the chance to be part of something bigger than himself. What do you think? Can technology ever truly capture the spirit of a legend? Can a new face ever replace the one we grew to love? Or is there room in our hearts for both the old and the new? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us what Jack Sparrow means to you. Tell us how stories have shaped your life, your dreams, your sense of wonder. If this story moved you, if you believe in the power of cinema to change the world, please like this video, subscribe to Sally Boo's, and join us as we explore the stories that shape our lives, because every legend deserves to be remembered, and every new beginning is a chance to dream again. Thank you for watching, thank you for believing, and thank you for keeping the spirit of adventure alive wherever the winds may take us next. Because in the end, it's not just about the faces on the screen. It's about the dreams we share, the journeys we take, and the hope that, no matter how the story changes, the magic will always remain.